Paul Labile Pogba has successfully terminated his contract with Juventus on a mutual way. And today, Paul Pogba is a free agent and in search of a club. I didn't think he's in search of a club. He only, trying to evaluate which club will suit him most. So how do you see what has happened to Paul Pogba during this month, or let's say a year now?
I think it's a new experience for him, and it's a reality check. Not just a reality check, so to say. It's more like a place that has, influenced every aspect of his life. Because you look at Paul Pogba, and then you see that person that has great potential to be everything that he can be. He has the potential to come top, to be the best player in the world. I think be proud to when we signed him. I think the year was 2014 thereabouts, when I think 2015 when Pogba Juventus played the Champions League final. He almost came third, yes, behind Ronaldo and Messi as the best player. He only fell short to Neymar. You get it? And then if Pogba has come third in the world, nobody would have argued it because he was on top of his game. And then he ended the big money move to Manchester United, and all of that started to happen. He became, the big player that he was. He was the glitz and the glamour. He was the paparazzi of everything. You get it? He was the poster boy for English football. You get it? He was everything. And then going to win the World Cup and everything. He was somebody that, honestly, he was supposed to be at the top for a very long time. Not just to be at the top, but, win something personally. Probably the Ballon d'Or, because he has the potential to do so. So what happened to him? How did he come down? Everybody, you have to ask that question. And this Pogba's career is actually very important for a lot of youngsters in the world, because you look at Pogba and then every youngster could mirror themselves through him. He was groomed at Manchester United under Sir Alex Ferguson, which was the best manager, or arguably the best manager in football. You get it? And then he couldn't find his way through. He was upset. He was not getting enough time, and then he left. Him and his agents, they began to disrespect the manager, and then at some point Alex Ferguson decided to, okay, I'm not going to give you a new contract, you do what you want. And then Mino Raiola and Pogba decided to go to Juve. Yes, he went to Juventus and then decided to have, good career and everything, started to work out for him. And then Mourinho came to Manchester United post-Fergie, and Mourinho said, this is the man I want. And then we decided to break the bank, 80 million thereabouts. He was the most expensive player in Manchester United history. We brought him in. His career started to, unfold from there. And you see, the second coming of Pogba to Manchester United is where it all started to go down. It was the cliff top for him. There's this term that is called the cliff top. The cliff top is where you go to the top of your career and then you start to fall because you don't know how to, put yourself up there. Retain the momentum. And it requires discipline. It requires determination to stay there. But Pogba didn't have these things. With due respect to him, even he has said so. You get it? In his last interview with Sky, he said a lot of his friends, people who has left him when, he got a ban in football and everything. And it has made him to have that introspection to ask himself if he actually did the right thing. I think, honestly, he didn't do the right thing because, look, Pogba at Manchester United was, a bad influence across board. You go to international break, you talk bad about the club, you talk bad about your spell with the club. You influence the likes of Lingard. You influence the likes of Marcus Rashford, the likes of Martial. And you look at these boys, Martial, you look at Lingard. They've gone out of Manchester United and have not been able to, get a club in Europe. That tells you the group that he was working with. And then you look at Marcus Rashford too, who has to be very careful. Because Marcus Rashford, if you look at his career currently too, he's more like the Pogba type. He's a Manchester United, but he does not regard it. He comes to the pitch, does not look like, he wants to prioritize football. And that's what happened to Pogba too. But Pogba has fallen away from glory. He has fallen away from glory. Imagine Pogba, the standard that he has set for himself. He wanted to stay at Juventus. Yes, he told his agent, he told Thiago Motta, just give me one chance to play for you and then you will see that I have a ball. Thiago Motta said, no, this is a new project, we don't want you anymore. Do you know how embarrassing it has to be for somebody like Pogba? So I think, honestly, it's disappointing how his career has turned out.
And for me, I think Pogba, coupled with what you said, Pogba lacks discipline. The character, everything about football. If you want to excel in football, your disciplinary measures should be top notch.
Yeah.
It should be top notch.
Yeah.
Look at Cristiano today. Look at Lionel Messi today. Look at top players who had made it and retained themselves up there. It requires discipline. But I think Pogba lacked discipline. Maybe he lacked people to advise him properly about it, or maybe he doesn't listen to advice. That is what got him there. And post whatever that has happened, drug, whatever that has happened, how do you feel he's gonna cope with this termination of contract and trying to get himself a new contract?
Well, I think this is a very crucial point in Pogba's life, not just his footballing career, because, you know, for a man, the life of a man is like you stop, you start again, you start, you stop again. So there are always, you know, hiccups along the line when you're growing or when you are, you know, trying to like evolve into the better you. I think Pogba should understand that he has a very crucial decision to make at this point. One is there is a football project going on in Saudi Arabia where, you know, you can go there. You know, it's going to be comforting for you. You're a Muslim, he's a Muslim, so he can go there, you know, find a new environment, build again, you know, take himself away from the whole media scrutiny that, you know, the rejuvenation might bring, you know, go to Saudi, relax, and then, you know, start to build again. I mean, Kante is getting call-ups from Saudi Arabia. You get it. Even Emerick Laporte is getting call-ups from Saudi Arabia. So he too, you know, can go there, get his career, you know, on the right track again, and then start to build. Or he can decide, you know, to prove to people who feel that Pogba is no longer at the top. He can stay in Europe, try to compete. He has the talent. He doesn't die like that. You get it. Pogba is top. So his talent cannot die like that. So he's in between making those two decisions, whether to go to Saudi, where he has a relaxed atmosphere to perform, or he decides to stay in Europe and compete against not just football, but against the media, against the critics, and against himself, most especially because he has proven to be that person who cannot manage, you know, the celebrity lifestyle. He enjoys the praise of friends, the invites to get to, you know, all of these Paris fashion shows and all like that. So he has to really watch out for himself and make that decision that is going to impact his life. You get it? So I feel like he's at a crossroad. He either goes to Saudi, stay in Europe, but he has to find the balance.
I think fame destroyed Pogba because looking at one interview he did one certain time, he said he hates fame. Before coming into the limelight, he loves fame. He wants fame. Yeah. Then when he got there, he said he hates fame. Fame makes you not to be who you are anymore. Yeah, fame pushes you to do things that you think you cannot do when you were Pogba. Exactly. A normal Pogba cannot do this, but due to fame, he didn't see himself, or he didn't know when he would, you know, commit himself in doing such. Exactly. So fame helped in destroying his career. Exactly. Because Adibin, he was quite evolving, just like other players are evolving. Because if you look at Pogba rose within 2 seasons at Juventus, leaving Manchester United 2012, yes, yeah, and getting top there within 2 years, 2013 and 2014.
He played the Champions League for just 3 years.
Oh my goodness!
So he was there. Like, see, the thing about Pogba is that probably we are not going to get premium Pogba again, but somebody like Marcus Rashford should look at him. Rashford is towing the same, you know, route. Just yesterday, there was pictures of Rashford going around about him at the one of these basketball games. But his priority right now is no longer football, and the same applies to Pogba. When your priority no longer applies, you know, to, you know, no longer the sports that end you, that fame, you not enjoy the, you know, the glamour, the glitz that, you know, the thing brought you, you start to fall. You have to understand that first of all, you are a footballer. This is my job. This is what fits me. This is where everything comes from. So you have to, you know, understand that I have to continue to get it right here until you say I'm no longer playing. Then you can live your life. You're no longer in front of the camera. Nobody cares. But right now, this is you. This is all that you are. Every other thing is just, you know, and you know, it's like something that comes with your career. You get it? So you should be careful. You should be careful.
And that reminds me for Jose Mourinho in Manchester United that said, you know, he brought in Pogba at Manchester United. Yeah. And suddenly he said, Pogba is a virus.
Exactly. So
Mourinho didn't say Pogba is a virus because he doesn't like Pogba. He said it because there is something Pogba used to do then that is affecting other teammates. Exactly. And he said he's a virus. Exactly. So if the United needs to push for that, they need to get him out of the club. He was the one that brought him in. Exactly. And he left United. He was sacked, and he was going around saying that they need to let Pogba go for United to be free. Exactly. In that dressing room. So that one apart, talking about him settling down maybe Saudi Arabia or England, I feel he's still a good player. He's still a top player, and he can still challenge for top spot in either Europe, Premier League, La Liga, or anywhere. But I think there are teams that you look at now and you say, okay, Pogba can fix here. you can fix Pogba here. Pogba can do good here. Pogba can do good here.
Yeah.
In a team such as, for me, just such as Arsenal now,
Yeah.
Pogba is not that kind of player that you will now bring into a team to play UCDM. No, he's a central attacking midfielder, which will not attack every time, but he will use his leg and get your strikers, your wingers, anywhere they are.
No, Pogba is
He's such good. He's that good that wherever you are, he will locate you.
Yeah.
So fitting into Arsenal, pairing Pogba, somebody like Pogba and Pogba, Declan and Partey is a perfect combo. Then it means that Arsenal will not won't play with a striker. You know why? Because you are playing, or you play Odegaard front, then allow the two wingers to do the magic.
Yeah.
If you want to get this Arsenal team right, scoring without any specific striker or a specific somebody putting in the goal on the net. So I feel Arsenal will be the best decision or best destination for Pogba as far as Premier League is concerned. I don't think you agree with me in that.
Well, for me, if I'm to be somebody who is going to advise Pogba, I think he should shy away from the Premier League. The
Why?
Premier League is too toxic. It's too toxic. You get it. You come into the Premier League, you're under the spotlight. You get it. So if you're somebody who has had this, drug controversy and everything, and then being the top player that you are, and you're now down under, I think you should completely go away from the Premier League. I think you should return to France. I saw a news saying Marseille is trying to get in touch with him. I think he should go back to France. He's a Frenchman. He can go back. Absorb himself in the French culture and everything. Go back home. Go back home. The door is always open at home.
Yeah.
You get to go back home and then try to reinvigorate everything, rejuvenate, get the energy back, and probably maybe come back to Europe. He's still, I think Pogba is still 28, 29 thereabouts, so he can still catch up if he wants to.
But I think going back to France will not do him that much better. For me, I think going back to France will either hide him or shine me away from the media or the limelight, trying to rewrite his stories. You trying to rewrite your story, you still need the media, the limelight, to tell them that, oh, I am not finished, I need to do this. Let them know my quality, let them discover my quality.
Well,
going to Marcel will still hide him away. Premier League is a world recognized league. Every country watches it. Then La Liga too, but France League 1 doesn't have that media.
He doesn't need it.
No. I think Pogba needs it.
No, what he needs.
Pogba is a virus in the face of so many people in the world. Now they need to know that this guy has changed. He's a changed man. This guy, because he said it that Pogba is dead.
Yes.
That he's coming out new as a newborn baby, as a new player, as a kid trying to go pro again. So he needs to come out and still show us that I am a changed man. I can do this, and I can, be disciplined now.
Well, hopefully he makes the right decision. You get it. I believe that he has, a lot of advisors around him. You get it, because I know currently he's not in the best of shape with his family. At some point he had a very, bitter issues with his family. So yeah, toxic. So I feel like a lot of things has happened to him that has made him to toughen up, to know that life isn't all about the glitz, the glamour, the enjoyment and everything. Life isn't a bed of roses. You get it, you get the ups, you get the downs. He's had his own fair share of being on the ground. So I'm wishing him the very best. He's a player that, I used to really idolize. You get it? I really love Pogba. When we re-signed him, I was on top of him, I was over the moon. But it's just sad that everything has ended, not just for him, but his career at Manchester United and everything else. So I wish him all the best going forward, and I hope that he makes the right decision concerning his career.
All right, guys. So where do you think Pogba will fit in well? La Liga, Premier League, League 1, and Serie A, or Saudi Pro League? Where and which particular club? I want to see your comment on the comment section below. Tell us how you want or where you feel he will fit in the most. Thank you guys for watching, and please, if you are watching, please keep supporting this channel at Football Analysis, and also subscribe to our all channels, which is Football Analysis 247 at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok. All at Football Analysis 247. Thank you guys for watching, and stay glued.